It's Wednesday. You know what that means. AW Dynamite is live on TBS and streaming on Max from Clarksville, Tennessee. I'm Excalibur, joined by Daddy Magic, Matt Menard, Ian Riccoboni, Tony Schiavone on assignment tonight, but that's not going to stop us. We have a red-hot night of action here for you tonight, including the long-awaited, highly anticipated return of Kenny Omega. Oh, baby, it is molten here in Clarksville.
Contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring from Essex, England, weighing 225 pounds, the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay.
Ian Riccoboni, it is indeed molten here in Clarksville, and with good reason. Kicking the action off tonight with a grudge match spilling out of the Continental Classic.
Certainly are. Will Ospreay defeating Brody King Christmas night. Beautiful win to secure his spot in the semifinal of the Continental Classic. But I gotta wonder, coming into this match, Daddy Magic, you see Will Ospreay able to pick up the victory against Kyle Fletcher. Is this a little bit too much too soon? Is he running the candle, burning it a little too thin?
What are we, 10 days out? 10 days out past when he wrestled 2 matches back to back. Over 20 minutes straight. We'll see how he does right here.
It was a tremendously gutsy performance by Will Ospreay, but Ian Riccoboni, I think you're burying the lead a little. It was Ospreay that went on to the semifinals after that Christmas night Dynamite victory, but in doing so, he bounced Brody King out of the group stage of the 2024 Continental Classic, which is why the intensity in this match is so elevated, to borrow a phrase.
Certainly is. And when you have friends like Brody King does, when you have this friend, they don't let that deed go unpunished. It just got dark in here, fellas.
Members of the House of Black, please.
And his opponent, honoring the House of Black, weighing 227 pounds, Buddy Matthews.
And to your point, Excalibur, I got to spend time over the holiday with my family, enjoy my loved ones. This man had to sit and stew over the Continental Classic, but it was back at Full Gear, Excalibur, where we saw him last.
That's right. Buddy Matthews, a tremendous singles competitor, primarily known throughout his AEW tenure as a tag team or trios wrestler, Daddy Magic, but he can get it done when it is just him standing on his own in the ring.
There's no question about that. We've seen it time and time again. He's going to have a hell of a test right here tonight. It's one of the best in Will Ospreay.
And Ian, you, I, and Matt, we may consider Brody King and Buddy Matthews as friends, but I think to hear them tell it, more like brothers. And so this is more of a case of one brother looking for revenge for the other.
And the last time we saw Buddy Matthews, he was victorious back at Full Gear. So not only do I think Buddy has an opportunity to avenge Brody, but here tonight, Daddy Magic, he has an opportunity to maybe pick apart Will Ospreay at maybe his physically weakest that he's been in a wild, that grueling schedule coming out into World's End.
No question about that. Will Ospreay, I got to wonder if that cut on his forehead's all healed up from 10 nights ago. Is that something Buddy Matthews is going to want to pick apart? But I got a question for you. Will Ospreay defeated Brody King fair and square.
Absolutely.
What's this guy so upset about?
Well, I think Buddy Matthews is upset that the hopes of Brody King for winning the Continental Classic ended on Christmas night. He didn't even get a chance to make it to the semifinals to face either Kyle Fletcher or Kazuchika Okada to determine it. But right now, action getting off. The first time ever matchup kicking off the action tonight on Dynamite as Buddy Matthews sent into the rope. Shoulder tackle takes Ospreay off of his feet.
And over the years, Will Ospreay's put on so much size, filling out that frame. As a young man, had so much potential. He's cashed all of it in and more, but Buddy Matthews just a little bit stronger here. Ooh!
Yeah, Buddy Matthews barely giving ground and then accelerates, drops the shoulder, and takes Ospreay off of his feet.
Tell you what, Clarksville is alive right now. They are ready for this one, and I imagine the place will come unglued later here tonight with Kenny Omega returning.
Cutter attempt. Buddy Matthews able to intercept, block.
Got him here.
Yeah, looking for that pump handle, but now backslide attempt. One. Nope. Sweep of the leg, lateral press. Again, Ospreay the quick escape. Both men up to a... Whoa! Wow. Fancy footwork there by Ospreay, but even better evasion there by Buddy Matthews.
You're not going to want to blink in this one, guys.
And in some ways, there's a lot of strength versus strength here. The quickness, the speed, the fleet-footedness. Both men, I think, equal base there.
I'll tell you right now, these are two of the best athletes in the entire world. Doesn't matter the sport. You're looking at two of the best.
And you're not going to want to blink in this match. You're not going to want to blink for the next 2 hours live on Dynamite. We will hear from MJF later on tonight, plus a big grudge match spilling out of the Continental Classic. Mark Briscoe, Bobby Lashley, the Almighty, one-on-one tonight. Plus, we know the Rated R superstar, Adam Copeland, a.k.a. Cope, in the house tonight, live in Clarksville. Plus, for a #1 seed in the Women's Casino Gauntlet match 1 week from tonight, it is Toni Storm, Willow Nightingale, and Chris Statlander. And the Men's Casino Gauntlet match tonight, who will earn a shot at Jon Moxley in the AEW World Championship next Wednesday night at Dynamite. Maximum Carnage, we know that Jay White, Switchblade, has the #1 seed on the men's side, and plus Kenny Omega, the cleaner, the best bout machine, returns to Dynamite tonight as Buddy Matthews. The drop kick to the chest on Ospreay.
And now Buddy Matthews with Ospreay in his sights, Daddy Matt. Oh, Ospreay getting back into the ring.
And that's what you got to do here.
Now the step up, T. Harris takes Buddy Matthews down, spilling outside of the ring. His momentum carrying him all the way to the floor. And Ospreay,
you don't want to stay on the floor too long with either of these guys.
Ospreay has a chance here over the top. The plancha takes down Buddy Matthews on the floor.
And that little bit of that extra drive, Daddy Magic, almost like a frog splash plancha, getting that extra momentum to drive down across the chest of Buddy Matthews.
Beautifully executed. Will Ospreay now firmly in charge, it seems.
And you know that added size that Ospreay put on that you alluded to earlier, coming into play there as he takes Buddy Matthews down, that body weight sending Matthews crashing to the floor. And you see Matthews a bit unsteady getting up to his feet, or perhaps not, as Ospreay elevates up and over, as does Matthews. The snap air kick to the spine from Matthews, who now accelerates to the rope, the running kick, and Matthews not done yet, drops the knee.
And this is where the danger is.
The lateral press. Ospreay firing that left arm up off the mat. And
I've been in the ring with a guy, with Buddy Matthews, a handful of times. And the thing about him you don't realize is just how strong this guy is. Yes, he can fly around, and he's as agile as they come. But the strength is really what blew me away most of all.
And you know, you mentioned a chance to face Will Ospreay, one of the greats in this sport, one of the greatest of his generation. But it's also a chance for Buddy Matthews to put his name on the map in singles competition. Remember, the records reset at the beginning of the year. A victory over Will Ospreay is not just a victory over one of the greats in our sport. It's a victory over former AEW International Champion, Ian.
Absolutely, and it puts you in the front of the line to start the year. You're absolutely right. As Ospreay.
Oh, look out here.
Wow! Both men building up speed, building up momentum, and a huge crash in the center of the ring.
Now's where Will's going to start to feel it. He's going to start to feel those two matches from World's End.
Yeah, 10 days is not a long time to recover, especially after a night like Will Ospreay had in Orlando on December 28th.
Well, you talk about the heart. Gallant would be the word that I would use, even stepping into the ring with Okada in the final after, like you said, Daddy Magic, the blood pouring down the skull of Will Ospreay.
Oh, it was something else.
And just 10 days later now, up on his feet, trying to drive these rights through the skull of Matthews.
Hammer throw into the ropes, reversed by Buddy Matthews. No, Ospreay. So light on his feet, so fleet-footed. The kick to the head has Matthews staggered against the corner.
I rocked him big time. Will's feeling it now.
The Bandera sends Ospreay up and over the top, but intercepts the right once again.
And Will needs this here. He can't let Matthews build momentum. Whoa!
The springboard, the elbow. Matthews taken off his feet. Ospreay, the near leg is hooked now, and Matthews, explosive kick out.
I don't know what he's thinking with that cover right there. I don't know if it's lackadaisical.
Daddy Magic, it looks like Ospreay's been holding the ribs maybe the upper chest, Excalibur, maybe having difficulty breathing. Maybe there's some rib damage that we're unaware of coming out of World's End.
Yeah, the medical report not widely distributed after World's End. Of course, that is the doctor-patient confidentiality between Ospreay and the training staff here. But
here,
now,
he's gonna look for that super kick right here.
The little taste of the peri-peri. No, the knee to the back of the head.
Ooh.
And Matthews. Oh, what a backbreaker as Ospreay retreats to the floor, but not necessarily out of the range of Buddy Matthews.
What I'm talking about with Buddy Matthews, that strength. You see him throw Will Ospreay right in the air. Look out here!
Matthews over the top.
Holy smokes!
Right in front of our announce desk here.
Got absolutely all of it.
You can feel it here.
If he can turn on the gas here in Clarksville, Matthews has a chance to win the opener here tonight.
Ospreay staggered inside the ring. Aura.
The stack.
Matthews, the chance to Ospreay breaking free.
Woo. And look at this. It is Matthews pouring it on. Buddy to the outside. The hang time. Delivering the Meteora there.
And Daddy Magic, something that's tough to appreciate on television through your screens is there's so little margin for error for Buddy Matthews when he's flying through the air like that.
A giant guy like that, you come down funny, you blow a knee, you blow your back, you don't know. But right here, take a look right here on the apron.
Yeah, Matthews was looking for that pump handle inside the ring earlier. Now ups the ante on the apron.
I think Matthews smells this as his opportunity right here. He's got Will right where he wants him.
Strong kick by Matthews, but perhaps even stronger kick by Ospreay. Matthews. Draws in the aerial assassin.
Right in the face. We're going back and forth.
Oh, he's calling for it here.
Ospreay
On the apron.
Cutter. No. Matthews stands strong. Oh! Ospreay thrown face first into our announce desk.
Well, there goes my monitor, guys. Holy smokes.
Will Ospreay's skull just bounced off of our solid oak announce desk.
Felt like Will took maybe an unnecessary risk there. Got caught.
As here we take a look at Ospreay going face first, chin, jaw going into the edge of the announce desk.
And maybe some teeth as well. There was something that hit the ground there. Now Matthews is barking.
Homage to Brody King. Brody, who just competed in Japan on Wrestle Dynasty. Couldn't be here tonight, but Buddy Matthews is, and Buddy Matthews with a strong advantage on Will Ospreay.
I thought maybe he was barking because he shares a name with countless dogs across the country.
And it's Matthews. Well, if he is, he's sending a message right now.
Ospreay waiting and connecting with the kick, and now off the barricade.
They're down, boys, right in front of us.
The Os Cutter connects. Referee Rick Knox giving the 10 count to both competitors on the outside. Knox is already up to 5. Ospreay on the ascent.
Ospreay's in.
This could be it right here.
Now, how rattled is Buddy Matthews after that thrust kick, after that Os Cutter on the floor?
I like that Will's not above taking a count-out win here.
We are up to 8. Knox is...
And Matthews escapes, breaks the plane of the ropes. On the assault, the drop kick. And now, off the middle, Os Cutter.
That's going to be it.
The leg hook. 2.
What a showing here from Buddy.
Wow. And what a way to kick things off here on Dynamite. Here comes the elbow pad, Excalibur.
The elbow pad being taken off usually precedes the hidden blade. But no, Matthews ducks underneath, anticipates, rising knee strike. Wipes him out. 1, 2, no, Matthews.
Wow.
Ospreay not afraid to go pedal to the metal. Does he have that one last burst? Is he healthy enough?
That's the question here.
Because Matthews is hanging here.
The double underhook could be a storm breaker in the future of Buddy Matthews.
Is Matthews, is he out here?
Yeah, is the tank empty?
Ooh, these.
This is nasty here.
Those kicks to the forehead, to the bridge of the nose. Bringing Matthews up to his feet. Ospreay winds up, right-handed chop across the chest.
Will's got to be wondering here. What's it going to take? Look at that shot, unprotected.
The thing that Will has to be wondering is how is Buddy Matthews continuing to get to his feet?
This is a guy who knows this is his opportunity right here tonight.
Wow! Great kick, great reach by Matthews. Great accuracy as Matthews in. Ospreay vaults off his chest. Step up Enziguri.
Incredible.
And off the middle comes the Oscar. No, Matthews intercepts.
Look out here.
Matthews has Ospreay. Back of the head. And now Matthews. The stomp.
He's done it. He got it.
It's down. And not out. Wow. Ospreay's head and neck bending at a grotesque angle, courtesy of that stomp from Buddy Matthews. Yet somehow Ospreay survives.
How's he doing it?
He's on instinct right now. Wait a minute. Stepping over and through.
Styles clash from Ospreay. 1, 2. No, again.
This is something. Are you kidding me?
And this is our opening bout, Daddy Magic.
These are two of the best.
Ospreay
AEW
lining up Matthews in his sights. And blade right down the middle. 2, 3.
Wow. There's the winner, the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay.
And let us never doubt Will Ospreay's conditioning, resolve, drive ever again, having what it takes and more to fend off a very game Buddy Matthews.
A very game Buddy Matthews, a world-class athlete in Buddy Matthews.
Gutsy
Will Ospreay,
performance.
that much better here tonight.
A gutsy performance by Will Ospreay.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wherever you identify as, give it up for Buddy Murphy. Buddy Matthews. Listen. I've admired you from afar. I've wrestled your best mate, Brooksy. And I can tell you this for a fact, my friend. I've wrestled you and I've wrestled Brody King. And both of you guys don't need to be following no leader at all. You guys can definitely do it by yourself. Ooh. Today, you showed that you can go with one of the best around, and I can see tag gold in both your future, or if you really wanted it, singles gold if you work hard enough, buddy.
Is Will their manager now?
So hopefully, this is the last time we meet, and I will see you soon. And if you ever need a man in your corner, buddy, I'm your guy.
Wow. A big endorsement by Will Ospreay, but Buddy Matthews. I mean, we talked about at the top of the broadcast, Ian, primarily known as a tag team of trios wrestlers here at AEW. Maybe winning in losing here tonight. But fans, let's take you back to this past Sunday where the stars of all elite wrestling were shining bright above Tokyo, Japan.
Oh my God, has there ever been two better days in Japan than what we just had? Takeshita is the best wrestler in the world.
AEW or New Japan, these dogs are gonna fight again.
Well, I told you that I was gonna be 3 belts Monet, but guess what? I got an extra one, so you can call me 4 belts Monet now.
The difference between me and everybody else is that I am still here.
We've been working from home for a very long time.
Who knows when we'll be back?
I don't know.
Maybe soon.
Maybe soon.
Maybe we'll bring these to Dynamite on Max.
Maybe.
What's next? Kenny, you back? Yeah, I'm back.
Simply put by Kenny Omega, he's back and he will be on Dynamite later on tonight. But right now, let's hear from the AEW World Tag Team Champions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the AEW World Tag Team Champions, Zayn, Gwen, Private Party.
In Riccaboni, it was this past Saturday. Collision simulcast on TNT and Max. Private Party fending off the challenge of Leo Rush and Action Andretti.
Private Party showing not only could they climb the mountain, they're primed to stay at the top. The very first simulcast on TNT. And these guys know how to throw a party, Daddy Magic. Take a look. We got the girls. We got the champs. We're live on TBS. We're live on Max. We're live on TSN in Canada. Oh, what a night.
And now behind the velvet rope, the champs taking their spot and a little victory celebration here tonight in Clarksville.
Hey, yo, Tennessee, what's good? Nah, I ain't like that. I said Tennessee, what's good? Yeah, now we talking. Hey, last Saturday night on Collision, your boys' Private Party made history. We were the first ever tag team title match that was featured on Max and TNT. Yes, sir. We walked into Charlotte, your AEW tag team champions, and we left Charlotte still your AEW tag team champions. And you know what? I think you gotta celebrate. Tennessee, we should celebrate, right? So how about this? How about we celebrate our latest...
Oh, boy.
Well, wait a second.
He's ready to celebrate.
We're ready to celebrate with the tag team champions, but I know that Bobby Lashley's set to compete later on tonight, but
maybe they're here to celebrate too.
Here's that MVP, Shelton Benjamin, the almighty Bobby Lashley.
He good, Cheese. He good.
You know, these guys like to party.
Man, it's a party, a celebration.
I told you.
Man, hey, we want to party too. We like to have a good time. We're not all business all the time.
Okay, my bad.
Hey, man, hey, all this with the velvet rope and this VIP status. I invented this, man. Come on, man.
That's true.
If we wanted to beef, we've been beefing already. Right?
Yeah, you're right.
All right, so how about we raise a toast to Private Party?
Okay, I like that.
Can I get a shot? Sure. Yeah, let me get one of those shots.
Take one too. Hold up.
I want to propose a toast to these young kings, these incredibly talented athletes.
Yeah.
Who successfully defended the AEW Tag Team Championship.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. And Bobby.
And here's to the Hearst Syndicate.
Sure.
Taking those tag team titles.
Huh? I thought they were here to celebrate.
Well, certainly dampening the victory celebration of Private Party. Bobby Lashley, I mean, he's set to compete in singles competition, but he and Shelton Benjamin, a dominant performance at Dynamite 1 week ago as a tag team.
Absolutely. I'm stunned.
This battle step for one fall with a 20-minute time limit, being accompanied by MVP and Shelton Benjamin from Dallas, Texas, weighing 277 pounds, the almighty Bobby Lashley.
Private Party are the tag team champions. You're gonna have a bullseye on your back at all times.
Yeah, Private Party, it was a feel-good story, Daddy Magic. 5 years in the making when they claimed the AEW World Tag Team Championship, but now finding themselves in the sights of Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin. Not a good place to be.
You win the titles, you gotta defend them.
And his opponent from Sandy Fort, Delaware, weighing 229 pounds, Mark Briscoe.
Well, Rick Riccaboni, this match between Mark Briscoe and Bobby Lashley spilling on the events that transpired during the Blue League of the 2024 Continental Classic. It seemed like the Hurt Syndicate was about to send a message to Daniel Garcia on multiple occasions, but it was Mark Briscoe who surprisingly intervened on behalf of the TNT champion.
Interfered. You used the wrong word.
That is the voice of MVP who has joined us here at the announce desk. MVP, welcome to both you and Shelton Benjamin to ringside for this one-on-one contest.
As usual, gentlemen, the honor is all yours.
And, I mean, did we get anything?
Hey, don't get choked up. I didn't mean to scare you. Relax.
Thank you very much.
We don't want to hurt you.
I appreciate you putting me at ease, but should Private Party be at ease, or did Bobby Lashley mean what he said?
Bobby Lashley is a man of few words. He says what he means, and he means what he says.
All right, so we can assume,
Don't assume, no.
We know that Private Party are in the sights of Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley.
And we know that Mark Briscoe has Bobby Lashley in his sights with those chops.
Tell you what, Mark Briscoe, not a guy who's going to back down. Oh, boy.
I mean, Lashley intercepts the lariat attempt. Flatliner drops
Hey,
Briscoe
Sean,
down.
that move looks kind of familiar, doesn't it?
Oh, 2 in a row. Mark Briscoe.
And it's going to be tough for Briscoe here. Did the admirable thing by forming that unlikely temporary alliance with Danny Garcia.
Well, those two, they nearly went 20 minutes on Saturday night on Collision. Briscoe coming up short.
Yeah, Briscoe was challenging Daniel Garcia this past Saturday.
Hey, can we talk about what's happening in the ring right now? A very courageous but not very smart Mark Briscoe going up against the most dominant force in professional wrestling today, the almighty Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley, now the cover, the far leg hooked. And Briscoe able to kick out.
As I said, Briscoe, courageous but not very intelligent. It would do him much better to just stay down.
Former two-time Ring of Honor World Champion, 13 times over tag champion, has really spread his wings here in AEW singles division. Stepping up to Lashley here, that redneck kung fu.
That's what he's going to have to do.
Briscoe on the ascent to the top rope. And coming off Lashley intercepts. And Mark Briscoe, not a small man, nearly 230 pounds. Bobby Lashley throwing Briscoe with ease.
I don't know if the fans at home can appreciate the size, the mass of Bobby Lashley.
Like a Mack truck with no brakes. The almighty Bobby Lashley coming through.
Lashley lowering the shoulder, dropping Briscoe to the floor, and now sending him down to the floor. Bobby Lashley with the advantage, and fans, stick with us live for Dynamite as the action continues.
I've called Mark Briscoe matches for over a decade. I don't know that he's ever met anybody.
Look at these guys, he's taking a timeout.
I mean, Lashley's certainly one of a kind, but he's never met anybody close to the level of physicality, the strength of anything that Bobby Lashley brings to the table.
Ian, Bobby didn't dab you up?
Yeah. I don't know that I've earned that yet.
No, you haven't. You haven't. I mean, I'm going to say this. I like Mark Briscoe. I actually respect Mark Briscoe. As you said, 13-time ROH Tag Team Champion and a former world champion in his own right. But we're talking about Mark Briscoe versus Bobby Lashley. We're talking about like Robin versus the Incredible Hulk.
I'm with you. I would call Mark a superhero myself. But I'd elevate that a little bit. Mark has the emotional intelligence, the resilience, the strength, the physical.
Wait. Did you just use Mark Briscoe and intelligence in the same sentence? What's wrong with you, man?
Famously, intelligent test in Ring of Honor's locker room in 2013. Mark Briscoe scored the highest score.
Stop lying, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. Hey, I don't know how much he paid you, but you don't have to do that.
That intelligence, though, being driven out of Briscoe through the midsection.
Yeah, Lashley.
If he was intelligent, he wouldn't have taken the match.
That's a great point.
But that's okay. Hey, Bobby, take the rest of his teeth. Get the rest of them. I want to put them in my pocket.
Bobby Lashley so explosive. We saw with those shoulders able to accelerate so quickly in such a short distance. As Shelton Benjamin now looming over Mark Briscoe. These two clashed in the Continental Classic in the Blue League, Ian.
They certainly did. First time they ever met in singles action. And Briscoe, he's not backing down from a fight here.
Come on, Mark. Think about it, Mark.
Well, just a series of added distractions, things to think about to take the attention off of this bout.
Lashley hoisting Briscoe up, driving his spine into the ring apron.
You guys think that hurt?
I know it hurt. I know it hurt.
Oh, have you been on the receiving end of that before?
I can't even
So
imagine.
you have an idea?
I have an idea.
MVP, could you actually arrange that?
Oh, please don't. Please don't.
Listen, we're businessmen. Anything can be arranged.
Excalibur, why did you...
As now Bobby Lashley once again remaining in control, and now the elbow strikes hammering down on that jaw of Mark Briscoe.
I don't know if Mark Briscoe's ever been inside the squared circle with a guy like Bobby Lashley.
I know. He's never been. Absolutely not. He's never seen anything the likes of the almighty Bobby Lashley. He's a tough guy. I like him. I respect him. But we're talking about the almighty Bobby Lashley, the most dominant force in professional wrestling today.
A once-in-a-generation athlete.
having his way with Briscoe here.
Not often you see Mark Briscoe struggling like this. Bobby Lashley throwing Briscoe pillar from post. And Lashley barely breathing heavy. Barely breathing heavy. We are back live on TBS and streaming on Max with AEW Dynamite. Mark Briscoe.
Here we go, Mark.
Landing his first offensive shot in many a minute on the almighty Bobby Lashley.
And this is where you can't count Mark out. The heart, the fire, the determination, the big frying pan-sized hands of Mark Briscoe.
One of the most unpredictable wrestlers we have here in AEW.
Well, Bobby Lashley was able to predict that up and over, catching Briscoe on the shoulder. Now Briscoe swinging a miss at Lashley, the cross chop, and now Lashley on the hop. Coming in, back. Go, Briscoe.
You guys know a number to a good chiropractor because Mark Briscoe's going to need it.
And of course, is the voice of MVP, Shelton Benjamin, fellow members of the Hurt Syndicate, alongside Bobby Lashley here. And Briscoe.
Bobby Lashley definitely having a good time, taking his time, taking it all in.
Ian, we've talked up the tag team accolades of Mark Briscoe. He's set for all time. Oh, wait a second.
Hey,
he's what I'm saying.
You didn't see that? Look, he's got an international object.
You don't know what this nut job's gonna do.
And the chair set up.
Look out!
Set up and Briscoe.
Why isn't Mark Briscoe being disqualified right now?
He's letting it all hang out.
Why isn't Mark Briscoe being disqualified right now?
He didn't hit him with the weapon.
He cheated.
He didn't hit him with it.
Posey didn't see it.
Yeah,
He did it
couldn't see it under the ring, but still.
Oh, look at that.
He's cheating.
Now
What do you have to do? Come on, Mark.
trying to even the odds against Lashley.
And Posey's standing there. The referee's not doing anything about it.
He's giving the 10 count to both athletes on the floor.
No, he should disqualify him.
Just go, Mark. Let it all hang out.
And well, the mat's not.
Briscoe throwing his body at Bobby Lashley.
The mat's not transparent, MVP. What do you want the ref to do?
This is a travesty. This is a travesty. I can't believe it.
Briscoe's got a shot here, guys.
Now,
Absolutely.
Briscoe returning Lashley to the ring, looking to press the advantage.
And this is what I was talking about. You can't count Mark out. You can't count out the fire.
Yeah, especially not when the referee's working with you and helping you.
What? Go
Briscoe,
for it, Mark.
The sliding lariat, perhaps preceding the froggy bow.
All the way up top. Here it comes.
Mark Briscoe, froggy bow.
Cover him.
The cover is made. Oh, but Lashley.
He won the...
Yeah, you want to cheat. That's what you get when you cheat. That's the almighty.
Kicked out at one. How many times has Mark Briscoe won championship bouts with that move? I've never seen anybody kick out at one.
Looks like the Hurt Syndicate starting to sweat, guys.
Back elbow.
Back elbow staggers Briscoe back towards center.
Yeah, I'm sweating because I'm screaming about the cheating ref.
Oh! Boot to the face. The referee can only call what he sees, MVP. You know that as well as anybody.
And you were the one who was working the ref, MVP. You know that.
Oh, a spear!
Ladies and gentlemen,
Just
call
like
it
that.
a night.
Just like that.
Exclamation point and scene. Because we hurt people and now the hurt lock is applied. You can ring the bell, boys.
And Mark's fading. Mark is fading.
Mark Briscoe's fading. MVP taking the headset off. Mike Posey, the referee, calling for the bell. And indeed, it is yet another victory by the almighty Bobby Lashley.
You got to let it go now.
Yeah, those fingers are locked. They're tight.
Here is your winner, the almighty Bobby Lashley.
Daddy Magic, unnecessary for Lashley to hold on that long after the bell.
I mean, the beating that Mark Briscoe took here tonight.
Oh, come on, Shelton. Shelton, you have no reason. The match is over. This is now 2-on-1 with MVP.
Here we go. Wait a second, Zayn Quinn, private party.
Thank you.
The chairs in the hands, and a bit of a standoff between the Hurt Syndicate and the AEW World Tag Team Champions.
Zay and Quinn crashing the Hurt Syndicate's party.
But you know, we've heard from MVP in situations like this, there's no money to be made fighting with Zay and Quinn like this. There's money to be made when there's championships on the line, and I think that's what the Hurt Syndicate might want. In fact, we know that's what the Hurt Syndicate wants.
Luring them, getting the emotions hot, hopefully to get that contract in.
Well, fans, still to come tonight, we will have the Dynamite return of Kenny Omega, but coming up next, the Casino Gauntlet match for a shot at Jon Moxley 1 week from tonight. Welcome back to AEW Dynamite, where we are on the verge of the Casino Gauntlet match and determining who will earn a shot at Jon Moxley in the AEW World Championship 1 week from tonight.
This is the Casino Gauntlet match. Approaching the ring first from Auckland, New Zealand, weighing 222 pounds. To Blade Jay White.
Well, Ian Riccaboni, thinking back to World's End, the four-way match for the AEW World Championship, there seemed to be many opportunities where Jay White had a clear path to victory to only be stymied by outside forces.
Jay White certainly seemed like he was going to leave Orlando, Florida, the AEW World Champion, and carry the company on his back into 2025. Like I said, unfortunately, forces outside of his control. Wait a minute! Oh boy! Including... There's no way!
Introducing the second participant from Aaronspring, Virginia, weighing 229 pounds, Hangman Adam Page.
Danny Magic, we'll talk about the history between Hangman Page and Jay White in a moment, but with the Casino Gauntlet match, all the entries are random. The only entry we knew for certain was Jay White at number 1. Everything else after that is up in the air, as well as the intervals at what the entries will come.
Well, this is it. You're going to want to end it quickly, boys. It's sudden death.
The
first fall wins it all.
First pinfall or submission will end the match. That man that scores that pinfall or submission will earn a shot at Jon Moxley next Wednesday night. Dynamite, Maximum Carnage, live from Cincinnati, the AEW World Championship. But Ian, a lot of acrimony between Jay White and Hangman Adam Page, and Jay White, historically speaking, has had Hangman's number.
Certainly has over the last 3 pay-per-view events. Jay White and Hangman Adam Page have squared off against one another, Daddy Magic.
Now here's the thing, guys. You're going to want to end this thing as fast as possible. The longer this match goes, the more people are going to enter, the harder it gets to get a submission, to get a pinfall, and to move on to next week for the World Championship.
Well, Nate, to your earliest point.
It's getting chippy, but you know what, Danny Magic? Both of these men wasting precious time before the ring fills up. They have a chance to get the job done here tonight, get a quick win, and go into the match with Moxley next Wednesday night at 100% without sustaining too much damage.
Absolutely. I'd be going for small packages, roll-ups, O'Connor rolls, victory rolls, you name it. If it ends in roll, I'd be trying to get it here for the quick pin.
This is where emotion comes into play. Like you guys were saying, these two have been going at it for months. It's personal.
And they both blamed each other, Daddy Magic, for the other not leaving as world champion at World's End.
Well, nobody wants to look in the mirror, eh?
Oh, look at that. Go for the quick cover, like hooked. Just a 1 count.
Yeah, Hangman looking to apply pressure. The first pinfall attempt of the match by Hangman Adam Page, who would like nothing more to get a shot at regaining that AEW World Championship next Wednesday night.
And if there's one athlete I'd pick at number 1, it would be Switchblade Jay White. No pun intended, he can ride.
Oh, there's the roll-up. The cradle is tight and Hangman breaks free.
He can ride that blade's edge, that necessary endurance you need in case the match goes long, and that
wait a second. Potential buckshot, Larry incoming. No, White Intercepts, Blade Runner blocked, Deadeye avoided. And Jay White once again returning fire with the knife edge chop.
There's nobody better in AEW at anticipating what's coming next than Jay White.
Jay White now putting Hangman up into the ropes. Could be thinking superplex or perhaps something more sinister.
Look at these guys go!
Superplex indeed! Jay White pulling out all the stops. The clock counting down from 10.
And these are random intervals.
That's right, Ian, our next entrant. We are moments away from finding out who.
No thanks.
Introducing next, Wheeler Yuta.
Well, Jay White certainly can't be happy with this number 3 entrant, the man that cost him the AEW World Championship at World's End 10 nights ago. Wheeler Yuta, Jay White, he got a soupçon of revenge 1 week ago, but I'm sure he has more in store for Wheeler Yuta.
That's not something you're ever going to forget.
An
the man who
unexpected
cost you
twist.
the world title.
Oh, wait a second! Blade Runner right there!
Cover
Jay
him.
White's gonna take it! 2! No, Hangman there to interrupt!
And it was Jay White who saw the unexpected twist, and it said twisted the knife, the blade, into Yuta there.
I'm telling you guys, it's hard for me right now not to cheer for a guy like Jay White, overcoming injury last summer. All the Bang Bang Gang out with injury.
Yeah, but was Wheeler Yuta a little too confident the way he strode into the ring? Just walked almost into the waiting arms of Jay White and had Blade Runner, a repeat of what we saw 1 week ago when Jay White assisted rated FTR in defeating the Death Riders in that trios match.
And remember, the winner of this match will face Jon Moxley 1 week from tonight at Maximum Carnage. So I think Yuta's actually got a lot to wrestle for here. If he wins, he guarantees that the championship stays with the Death Riders. Whoa! But he could also do substantial damage in the event he's not victorious.
Hangman Page, clothesline in the corner. Jay White feeling the effects of that hot start to this match. Both he and Hangman firing on all cylinders here in the early moments. Now things slowing down more to a simmer than a boil.
Well, the unexpected twist, Daddy Magic, for me is the random intervals, right? You go for the quick victory, but you don't know how long you have your single opponent to yourself. You don't know how long until maybe a man from the outside comes in, maybe a 4th, 5th, 6th opponent.
It's very difficult to prepare for a match like this. To your point, all you control.
Ross Lariat takes on Yuta.
You control what you can control. A guy like Jay White, all 3 of these guys in tip-top condition.
And as we've discussed this match, it's effectively sudden death.
Here we go.
First pinfall, first submission.
They're just going to keep coming all night.
As Hangman elects not to go to the floor, instead waiting and watching the clock tick down.
Oh! The former champ.
Oh, some mind games here.
What?
Perhaps.
And Hangman thought it was his generational rival, the former champ Swerve Strickland.
I think everybody thought that, Ian.
Now entering the match, Ricochet.
Daddy Magic's the man who 1 week ago showed Swerve Strickland in no uncertain terms that scissor beats paper every single time.
The side of Ricochet that we saw last week.
Oh, and Yuta, smart move by Yuta. But Page jumps Yuta to the outside.
Look out now.
Ricochet, the springboard, the elbow.
I've been waiting to see that side of Ricochet for years. That viciousness. It's about time. Wow.
Ricochet, tope suicida, takes down Jay White, and now returns his focus back to the ring. Cross body.
Just floating, and then driving the force, the body down.
The moonsault press, the urgency from Ricochet, but Hangman able to kick out. Well, fans, the Casino Gauntlet continues on Dynamite. Don't go anywhere.
Now Ricochet and Yuta looking like they're forming an alliance here, pairing off. It'll be interesting.
Oh! This thing's getting wild now, boys.
Standing moonsault press from Ricochet. Unlikely alliance between Wheeler Yuta and Ricochet. Perhaps with the the offer from the Hurt Syndicate rescinded. Maybe Ricochet appealing to the Death Riders here tonight, Ian.
Well, certainly making himself known that he's available, and not making any friends either with Swerve Strickland, obviously.
I mean, he fit right in with the Death Riders from what we saw last week.
And maybe there's a backdoor deal. Maybe there's a backroom deal here. We talked about the idea that if Yuta wins, the title stays with the Death Riders. But maybe there's some cash under the table for Ricochet. Oh!
I don't know. I mean, Daddy Magic, from what we've seen out of the Death Riders over the last few months, I don't think there's any money changing hands. Does not seem to be how the Death Riders operate.
No, I agree with you.
Violence is their currency. Oh, goodness.
As the dropkick sending Hangman Adam Page out to the floor.
Oh, now right in front of our broadcast position here, it's Ricochet and Hangman.
Hangman getting his head. Wow, bounced off that steel ring post.
You're one of the first two entrants here. You don't get it done early. Being in there, it's an advantage, but now it's a disadvantage.
Yeah, the ring is starting to fill up exactly what Jay White and Hangman Adam Page did not want to have happen. Ricochet sent to the barricade as Wheeler Yuta was gouging the eyes of Jay White.
And the one man I feel for right now is Paul Turner, who's trying to make sense out of all of this.
Well, remember, no disqualification, no countouts on the floor. The pinfall or the submission must occur inside the ring.
So I like what Ricochet's doing here. Get this thing back in the ring. Try to score the pinfall. That's what we're trying to do here. Trying to get a shot at the world title.
And driving down into the ribs.
And for whatever frustrations that Jay White has with Wheeler Yuta about costing him at World's End, it would behoove White to return to the ring to put an end to this match inside the ring rather than taking out your frustration on Yuta on the floor.
Certainly was a lot of expelled energy because Yuta's just coming right back anyway here. Just driving those closed fists to the skull of Jay White.
At some point, you're going to want to put your personal issues aside and realize there's an opportunity at the world title at stake here. An opportunity to change your life.
It really does. You know, your face, your name on the side of the production trucks, on the billboards, the banners, everything. And that's something Adam Page knows. It's something that he's craved to climb back to the top of the mountain again. And it's something Jay White's experienced in New Japan, but oh goodness.
At that, he's got the finger right in the eye.
Yeah, Wheeler Yuta, shortcuts have been the name of the game for him all night, but he's done a good job at neutralizing Jay White in the corner. Potentially keeping that AEW World Championship firmly in the grip of the Death Riders. AEW Dynamite live from Clarksville, Tennessee. We are in the midst of the Casino Gauntlet match to determine who will earn a shot at Jon Moxley in the AEW World Championship 1 week from tonight at Dynamite Maximum Carnage live from Cincinnati.
Got here.
Whoa! As Wheeler Yuta and Ricochet, opposite sides of the ring, elevated up and over the top, leaving the first two entrants.
Yeah, we're
That's
back
what
to
you
the
want to do
start.
in a match like this. Get these guys out.
Go for the pin, go for the cradle. You got 4 seconds.
The clock counting down. Remember, the entrance in this match coming at random intervals.
You kidding me? Wow! It's one after another, boys.
Adam Cole.
A man who has been half a heartbeat away from claiming the AEW World Championship now with yet another opportunity. A man with huge history with Switchblade Jay White and Hangman Adam Page.
Certainly does. It was Adam Cole who recruited Hangman Adam Page to the Bullet Club. It was Cole who saw the potential in Hangman many years ago when Cole Page was in his early 20s. Oh, goodness. Get the cover.
A super kick connects. Ricochet goes down, and Adam Cole taking center stage. And Ian, I was thinking back to Forbidden Door, the 4-way match, Kazuchika Okada, and that was where Adam Cole suffered that injury from Switchblade Jay White that kept him out of action for months.
Absolutely, and as we look at the collection of talent in this ring, it's incredible. Look for the Panama City Sunrise. Oh!
There it is. This could be it.
Cover now. Oh, and he's out. He's out. No.
Wow.
And we got A-list only in this ring, and it's going to get even crazier.
You got everybody else on the floor. Jay White's on the floor. Adam Page is on the floor. Wheeler Yuta's on the floor. We got another guy coming in now.
Whoa!
Come on
Champion, Daniel Garcia.
I knew Danny was in line for this match. Let's go get it!
Daniel Garcia, 2 victories away from becoming double champ here in AEW, Ian.
Absolutely. And there are former champions all around this ring, and now we have a current champion in Daniel Garcia.
Garcia, who just defended his TNT championship this past Saturday night at Collision.
A little twist and shout, boys!
With an opportunity to go on to Maximum Carnage in 1 week to face John Moxley for the AEW World Championship.
Driving those punches down to the skull. Oh,
there you go, Danny.
Hey, Garcia, the freshest man in the match. Doing the right thing here. And it's Page.
Hangman intervenes. Yes. Garcia needed the midsection. He's stacking him up in the corner.
And look at the stack and the talent in the corner alone.
Are we going to punch and dance all night? Here we go.
Daniel Garcia raining down shot after shot.
All right. That's our TNT champion, boys. How about it? Go get it, Danny.
Is that why you didn't wear a shirt tonight? You were that excited? You knew Danny Garcia was in this?
You know me so well, Ian.
And now Wheeler Yuta looking to play spoiler here on Danny Garcia.
And think about the history between these two men. The TNT champion, 1/3 of the AEW Trios champs, the Ring of Honor Pure Championship. Everything that these men have gone through, climbing the independent ranks, fighting themselves here in AEW, going at it now with a world title shot on the line.
2 of the young cornerstones of all elite wrestling battling it out as Yuta takes down Garcia, and Ricochet coming in, wipes out Garcia as well.
Come on now.
Daddy Magic, you're distraught right now. It is now 2-on-1 Yuta and Ricochet.
But Ian, as we've been seeing, this alliance between Yuta and Ricochet has been working very, very well.
It's to a point where I think it's preordained. I think there was some discussion as we await our next entry.
How many guys are in here now?
Wow. Oh, man, this suddenly got a lot more interesting.
Powerhouse
Not wasting any time. A former TNT champion.
Hobbs just hoisting Ricochet out of the ring. And Yuta throwing himself at Powerhouse Hobbs and bouncing off now. Hobbs.
It's a 200-pound man.
By far the most powerful guy in the match.
Jeez. And Adam Cole getting tossed around. In comes Jay White.
Come on, we got to be smarter than this, guys.
And there goes Jay White.
And Hangman trying to fight his way out of this.
Perhaps the only competitor in this match that can match Hobbs power for power, or at least come close, Ian.
Absolutely.
I don't know about mocking Powerhouse.
Oh. That was an interesting decision by Page, who's normally a cerebral wrestler.
Got caught.
Powerhouse Hobbs throwing Hangman across the ring. And don't go anywhere. The Casino Gauntlet match continues live on Dynamite.
Hobbs stands alone,
looking good,
with champions, former champions strewn about the outside.
And we get some eyes on Danny Garcia.
Ooh. Powerhouse Hobbs would love nothing more to get back into the ring with John Moxley. The last time Hobbs and Moxley shared the ring, it resulted in that knee injury that adversely affected the career of Powerhouse Hobbs, kept him out of action for months at a time.
That's right. Caused Don Callis to get rid of him.
And now Cole into the ring. Hobbs. Spine Buster. This is going to be it. 1, 2. No.
That's that difficulty you spoke of, Daddy Magic, with so many men now in the match.
It's so hard to get done, guys.
You're rarely going to get an isolated opportunity at a pinfall, Excalibur.
Now, and all the other men that weren't being pinned know that, and they knew what danger Adam Cole was in of being pinned by Powerhouse Hobbs after that spine buster. Man,
you're going to have a lot of lady luck on your side to get this thing done.
Yeah, as the ring fills up, the chances become fewer and far between to end this match.
Fatigue starts to set in. You get caught in a battle on the floor.
Yeah, fatigue, especially if you're Jay White or Hangman Adam Page, the number one and number two entrants into this match.
Well, I think there's a sweet spot for Jay White, though. He's a man who's been in these 60-minute, 75-minute matches. Ooh. But it's going to be tough to get that pin to fire that off.
Those are in one-on-one situations.
Right. You're absolutely right.
Jay White, he has been going after Wheeler Yuta since Yuta entered this match, perhaps to Jay White's detriment.
Yeah, he's been laser focused.
Beat his ass! Go on, give it some to him.
We got top contenders everywhere here, guys.
We do, and now White and Page on the same page. Jeez.
And think about this, Jon Moxley not competing here tonight, Ian.
Absolutely.
He got a chance to rest up and prepare for whoever he will face 1 week from tonight.
You hear that so much when it comes to the NFL playoffs about getting a bye, how important that can be to rest your starting lineup. Oh, goodness, rest your whole team. And Mox sitting in the catbird seat right now as the world champion, just watching this carnage unfold.
Danny, get back in the ring.
Danny Garcia, Wheeler Yuta on the floor, but inside the ring, Powerhouse Hobbs, the scoop and the slam driving down Jay White.
Can't win this thing on the floor.
Garcia scores with the dropkick on the outside, but if the match ends inside the ring, little good that did, Ian.
Well, Mox is watching this and just smiling and laughing. I know he is, but Hobbs doing a really smart thing here, keeping the high ground, just continuing to send foes out to the outside.
That's the strategy for sure.
Who will earn a shot at Jon Moxley in the AEW World Championship in 1 week's time? We are in the midst of finding out. The Casino Gauntlet match rages on here tonight on Dynamite.
Are you kidding me? Take a look at Powerhouse Hobbs.
Hobbs and Ricochet at one time, Ian, they were allies, but not here tonight. It's every man for themselves.
It certainly is upside down, inside out. Hobbs just absorbing those clotheslines from Jay White, who's caught. And Powerhouse is the former IWGP champion.
Holy smokes!
Sit down.
Come on now. Nobody wants to step up to Hobbs.
Would you? Are you in this, Daddy Magic?
We got a title shot on the line, Ian.
Look at this.
Oh, charging in. Jay White, though, takes the low road. Hobbs goes face first in that middle turnbuckle pad.
That's what Jay White does.
Yeah, the intelligence.
1 step ahead.
You see the clock at the bottom of the screen. Who will be the next entrant? Remember, the list is very, very long. We could be here all night entering at random intervals.
Roderick Strong.
Ian Riccaboni, maybe some reinforcements. Definitely some reinforcements for Adam Cole in the Undisputed Kingdom.
Absolutely. Oh, the Messiah, the backbreaker, delivers one. And another. First to White, then to Page. It's Wheeler Yuta.
You want to...
Wow!
You want to talk about conditioning? Not going to be a problem for Roderick Strong.
Yeah, Roderick Strong 1 week ago, he missed out on that #1 spot. Yet this Casino Gauntlet match going on long enough this time for Roderick Strong to enter, unlike in the past.
Tonight his number did get called, though.
And it's here.
As we know in the past, as you mentioned, Excalibur. Oh!
Roderick Strong coming in. Look at this, Danny Garcia working alongside the Undisputed Kingdom here.
Love it! This is
seems like Ricochet and Yuta not the only unexpected alliance.
This one seems more organic, though. This one seems like Garcia sensed an opportunity. Oh, my goodness.
Well, that's part of the strategy here.
Hobbs throwing himself at Cole and Garcia. Roderick Strong, though, biding his time.
Variation of the sick kick there. Oh, but spun inside out.
Discus Lariat lands by Hangman Adam Page. Now swinging a miss by Hangman Ricochet. The back elbow. But Jay White there. Cut. Front suplex. Ricochet got spiked.
Ooh, and he's calling for the Blade Runner. If he hits this, it's over. No, come on. He had that match won until the low blow behind Paul Turner's back. He did it again.
Yuta once again denies Switchblade Jay White.
He did it again. It would have been in. It would have been over. The ring was empty.
You understand me?
Now,
The Murder Hawk
Archer, the biggest competitor yet to enter this match. Archer, 6'8" plus, and the choke slam to Wheeler Yuta on the floor. Now the choke slam to Jay White, center of the ring. Archer could win it here. Look at that, just plucked Roderick Strong out of midair.
And there's something to be said about right place, right time. Both of those statements applicable for the Murder Hawk Monster.
Yep. And Lance Archer, his wars with Jon Moxley, they are brutal. They are the stuff of legend. And Archer could be on the precipice, could be on the verge of facing Moxley once again.
Oh boy, just discarding Ricochet.
It was almost like Archer sensed there was larger prey at hand.
It's Newtonian physics, it's gravity.
Are we going to see the two big bastards go at it here?
Look at this, they're just tossing Ricochet back and forth to one another.
I don't remember that track and field contest in high school.
Clarksville's loving it.
Look at this.
Whoa! What a power slam, and Archer up to his feet.
The shock in the eyes of Hobbs.
Archer taking Hobbs for a ride.
Hobbs is up. And we've seen these two cross in recent weeks. And it's been Hobbs, the Don Callis family. And now we're getting it one-on-one here in the middle of this casino gauntlet.
Now, Kyle O'Reilly alongside Adam Cole. Recently reunited with Cole and Roderick Strong, those three men, such close friends. Now, look at this. Wow! O'Reilly baiting in Archer, the dragon screw in the ropes.
The friendship dating back a decade for Cole and O'Reilly. Back to them breaking on to the national wrestling scene. And look at this.
Right away, you see the pairing.
A guillotine knee drop to the back of the neck with Ricochet.
This is my way you have to do here to get it done. You pair up.
Yeah, especially as the ring continues to fill up, as there's more bodies around the boot. And look at this, the Undisputed Kingdom now. Focusing their attack on Hangman Adam Page. O'Reilly.
The last shot, the big kick there.
What an advantage. Have your teammates with you.
Absolutely, but how are they going to determine who's it going to come down to if they're able to warden off everybody else? It could become a disadvantage.
That's when you just go at it, right? Hang on, Danny
Garcia on the back of Powerhouse Hobbs. We saw him working well with Adam Cole and Roderick Strong now. Super kick.
Oh, and the clock winds down.
And the high low there from Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly. The man who 1 week ago announced that he was committed to ending his pro wrestling career. Ending his pro wrestling career here in AEW. He had eyes on the AEW World Championship, Jeff Jarrett. But now look at this Wheeler Yuta.
Wheeler Yuta, guys, this guy could ruin a wet dream.
Well, he's doing his job.
You have to imagine, Ian, that this is under orders from Jon Moxley.
Absolutely. You don't come to the crown without thinking. Look at that. And Yuta now taking Jarrett to the back.
And taking Jarrett's opportunity away from him.
I mean, that's two less guys for everybody else.
Yeah, undisputed. And
they're arguing here.
Yeah, they were working together great with Danny Garcia. Now that dissension cost them. As Hobbs clears the ring, it's Archer and Hobbs here.
Well, that's inevitable. The competitive juices, guys. It gets going.
Archer now hoisting Hobbs up to the ropes. Could be looking for that blackout on Powerhouse Hobbs.
And one of the freshest men on the match. He can certainly hit it here. Wow! The strength it takes to get Hobbs up in the air like that.
Guys, look at Hobbs, though.
Hobbs escapes, sends Archer scrolling to the floor.
Oh, Kyle
O'Reilly inside the ring. Chop block on that knee, that surgically repaired knee of Powerhouse Hobbs.
He knew where to go. He knew exactly where to go.
Hobbs, who had that knee damage the last time he faced Moxley, but the spine.
This is it.
That's it.
The winner
Well, now we know for certain. 1 week from tonight, Dynamite, Maximum Carnage on TBS and streaming on Max. Powerhouse Hobbs will challenge Jon Moxley for the AEW World Championship. Powerhouse Hobbs!
Opportunity for payback for Hobbs from that knee injury suffered. And it is Hobbs who could walk out of Cincinnati Maximum Carnage.
How good does he have to feel right now?
Let's head to the ring where Renee Paquette to get a word with the #1 contender, Powerhouse Hobbs.
Powerhouse Hobbs, a huge congratulations is now official. Next week, January 15th, Maximum Carnage. You will be facing Jon Moxley for the AEW World Championship. You have been through so much to get to this point. Talk to me about what it means to have a shot at the world title next week.
Let's shoot for a second. Let it be told that Jon Moxley is the one that brought me to AEW. But next week, I plan on shocking the world. But not only doing that, I'm gonna make Jon Moxley my bitch.
Powerhouse Hobbs not mincing any words. Can he back up the talk? We are just 7 days away from finding out Powerhouse Hobbs will challenge Jon Moxley for the AEW World Championship 1 week from tonight at Maximum Carnage. And there you see Jeff Jarrett returning to the ring as his opportunity at the AEW World Championship just evaporating. But fans also coming up 1 week from tonight, Christian Cage, the cold-hearted, handsome devil, Hook, meet one-on-one for the very first time.
Sit down and shut your mouths while I conduct my business.
Hook, earlier today, your dad was unfortunately attacked.
I'm gonna find who did this, and I'm coming for you. I will have it all. Hook.
Can you tell us who it was?
Line.
Scumbag's in the ring right now. I'm about to whoop his ass.
And sinker.
Get him, Hook! Sabian the low blow!
Listen to me, Tyler. This isn't what you think it is. Don't ever forget, that hand has to be broken. I am the face of TBS now and forever. And I am the reigning, defending, undisputed next AEW World Champion.
Christian Cage. Because I beat your ass in luxury box doesn't mean my job is finished.
Dynamite Maximum Carnage.
I'm gonna finish with that turtleneck started, choke your ass out.
Animosity Unlimited 1 week from tonight, Christian Cage and Hook, but Ian Riccaboni inside the ring to get a word with the last outlaw, Jeff Jarrett.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Jeff Jarrett. Jeff, I think we were all hoping for the storybook ending here tonight in Tennessee, a state your family helped put on the professional wrestling map. How you feeling?
You know, Ian, it's 2025, and the last outlaw just has to ask himself one question. Do I still have what it takes to climb that mountain?
Well, Danny Magic, last week at Dynamite, we heard that Jeff Jarrett wasn't the only one with designs on the AEW World Championship. The former champ wants that title back as well.
No question about it. And here he is.
The only man to have ever possessed the Dynamite Diamond Ring, the longest reigning former AEW World Champion, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF. And for those fans that may not be familiar with him, the lowest of the low, the most disgusting individual I have ever met.
I mean, this is a legend we're talking about in Jeff Jarrett. Questioning his career, where it's going to go.
Ian Riccaboni, you Bible-thumping prick, get out of my ring. Jeffrey, I don't believe that you have yet had the distinct honor and privilege of meeting me. You are looking at the longest reigning and greatest AEW World Champion of all time. My name is Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF. And I want my Triple B back, man, but the world title scene right now, seems like a lot of hard work, you know? Dictator John's got my world belt, you know? Powerhouse Hobbs is #1 contender due to your failure here tonight. Because check notes, you got beat up by Wheeler Yuta.
He got jumped.
You got Adam Copeland, Christian Cage, Hangman Page. It's a regular Dr. Seuss's nightmare. None of these men are worthy of holding my Triple B, but I can think of one man who just might be. A man who has beaten some of the biggest icons in the history of this sport. A man who has given his blood, sweat, and tears to this game for 35 plus years. A 12-time world champion, a 2-time Hall of Famer, Tennessee's own Double J, Jeff Jarrett.
Has MJF finally learned what respect is?
No.
Not that I knew any of that personally. I actually had to Google all that because I'm not a dinosaur, but hey, kudos. My dad told me he was a big fan of yours when he was a little kid, so good job. Listen, I know you want to be world champion, but based on what you said last week about you signing your last wrestling contract, clock's ticking. But you know, Jeff, I've done some digging, and apparently you've not been completely honest with all of these people. Now have you, bud? I'd imagine that's out of sheer embarrassment because it turns out the contract that you signed is only for 1 more year. Oh, was I not supposed to say that, Jeff? And the reason that's embarrassing is because that's not what you wanted, is it? No, you don't want to retire yet, do you, Jeff? No, you had to sign that contract because that's all that professional wrestling thinks you've got left to give.
How does Max get this
But
information?
Hey! Guys, I'm just telling the truth here. I'm just the facts man. I'm not here to piss you off, Double J. I'm here to help you, bud. The way I see it, you've only got 1 year to prove that you still got it. 1 year to make sure you can listen to those chants for more years to come, to prove yourself, to make it back to the top of the mountain. Double J, I can help you become champion of the world one more time. I can do it. Because let's face it, without my help, you probably couldn't even win a match. But hey. All I ask, since I am salt of the earth, is one tiny little favor, bud. When I help you procure my Triple B, I'm first in line for a world title shot. Now, Tennessee, I know you ain't bright, but I'm talking. So, JEFFJARRETT won't make a deal with little old me. Who asked you? Shut the hell up!
You know, Max, you were the AEW World Heavyweight Champion. And just like you said, you were the longest reigning World Heavyweight Champion of all time. And that's impressive. But you're still too damn young to understand that you learn a lot more from your failures than you do your successes. Max, just because you were on top before doesn't mean you will get there again. As a matter of fact, do you know what we call kids like you around here? One-hit wonders. You know, Max, I know the road that I've got to go down.
Music City, letting MJF hear it.
That one-hit wonder may turn out to be a nice t-shirt, but that's another story. All kidding aside, Max, I know the road that I've got to go down. I've been at rock bottom. I'm comfortable at rock bottom. This business, not only this business, but life has put me at rock bottom. But I know one thing, that gives me the opportunity to crawl, to scratch, to fight my way back to the top of the mountain. Max, you know it and I know it. Tonight, you had the opportunity to enter the casino gauntlet. But what did you choose? You choose to come out here and scheme and connive. Because that's what you do. Max, I've been on top 12 times, and hell, I'm looking for number 13 in 2025.
All right.
And like that old expression goes, what a difference a year can make. I'm sure as hell gonna make the most of 2025. So Max, it comes down to this. I don't need you. Hell no, I don't need you. And as far as what you're out here trying to sell me, I ain't buying, you entitled prick.
Well, Jeff Jarrett wants no part of MJF's so-called charity. He's going to do it on his own terms. But still to come tonight, the Dynamite return of Kenny Omega. But coming up next, the Rated R Superstar Cope on Dynamite. Welcome back to AEW Dynamite. This was the scene just a few nights ago as we closed out 2024, the Death Riders, with Darby Allin at their mercy. The attack on the neck, sending Darby crashing down the stairs. No one has heard from Darby Allin since then. He has essentially fallen off the map.
You think you know him?
Ladies and gentlemen, the Rated R Superstar, Coop!
And everybody, we bring up Darby Allin's disappearance because of his very close association with the Rated R Superstar Cope, who this past Saturday at Collision scored a huge trios victory alongside FTR over the Learning Tree, Chris Jericho.
It was an encounter a decade in the making. Big Bill with an impressive performance. But there you see FTR, Rated FTR, deliver the triple team, the double Lion Tamers locking horns, Dax and Jericho and Cope leaving nothing to chance. Shatter Machine, the Spear, and Rated FTR picking up a huge win last Saturday.
But right now, the legend, the Rated R Superstar Cope has the floor.
John Moxley. You and your Death Riders, right? While I was gone, you took out Bryan Danielson, possibly for good. As we just saw, you threw Darby Allin down a flight of stairs. We haven't seen him since. But man, the sin that you can't repent in my world is you tried to go after FTR. Now, I don't know if you know this, but we're very close friends, so massive mistake. Now, Moxley, you've come out here and you've said that guys like Hangman and guys like Switchblade and Orange Cassidy and Darby, they don't have what it takes for the grind to be champion. Yeah, I disagree too. But here's what I will say. No one, and I repeat, no one has fought through what I have fought through just to be standing here in this ring. And I will die on that hill because I am a different animal entirely, Moxley. You're looking at a man who broke his neck in a match with Eddie Guerrero. You want to know what I did? I got up. I wrestled 20 more minutes and I won that match. You were looking at a man who fought Malachi Black in a barbed wire steel cage match. Broke my leg. You want to know what I did? You want to know what I did? I got up. I wrestled 10 more minutes and I won that match. So please, Moxley, as much as I know you're one of the toughest bastards to ever step foot in this ring, please enlighten me. What exactly can you do to me that hasn't been done before?
Cope may be on the verge of finding out what particular brand of violence Jon Moxley, the AEW World Champion, has up his sleeve.
Maybe an instance of be careful what you wish for. Oh, Mox is not coming alone here tonight, Daddy Magic.
Never does.
See Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, bringing up the rear of the AEW World Champion, Jon Moxley. At the forefront, the vanguard. Copeland, he's checking every corner, but
this is raised awareness. The adrenaline's pumping.
Cope knows the deal, guys. He knows what he's up against here.
At any moment, these three men could split and attack like a pack of wolves. But there seems to be a calm, a centered gravity around the AEW World Champion, who, let's not forget, is defending that title next week against Powerhouse Hobbs, but his attention being diverted here by the Rated R superstar Cope.
Moxley perhaps content to allow Cope to sweat, but Cope, from behind!
Wait a minute!
That's FTR, Dax, and Cash.
Whoa! We're going out here
now, Cope. The odds have been evened.
And it's the world champion, Cope, with it. And that's Dax and Claudio, and now Wheeler pairing off there.
But Claudio Castagnoli and Dax Harwood inside the ring, the high boot into the face of the world champ.
Cope's got the best of them now. And if you're Hobbs and you're in the trainer's room, you're getting ice, you're getting massaged, you're loving this right now.
Hold on. Wait a second. Marina Shafir just slid that briefcase into the ring. Cope, look at this. Cope bringing Shafir up to the apron.
Just smack her. No. Oh, wait a minute. Well, it's not her what?
It's her from behind the bastard pack.
Come on.
The Death Riders always with a plan, Ian.
And that is why Cope had his head on a swivel. He counted 3. He knew there was 5. And now it is 3-on-1 on the inside with the world champion calling the shots.
Castagnoli and Yuta wiping out FTR on the floor. Moxley, the Bulldog choke inside the ring.
That's a blood and oxygen choke. You can see the life leaving the face of Cope. It's enough.
The lights dimming in the eyes of the Rated R superstar.
How's this for a message?
And they've incapacitated Cope.
Are now the Death Riders are going to do what to Cope, what they did to Darby Allin attacking that neck of Darby. Could be going after the surgically repaired neck of Cole.
No.
Not again. Other depravity in mind.
All right. And who would have thought?
The man who in 1 week's time at the end of the night could be the next AEW World Champion, Powerhouse Hobbs.
I don't know how smart this is right now, though, Hobbs. Well, he's at least buying Coke some time. FTR gathering their bearings. Wow. And now that the balance is evened out, we're seeing the Death Riders retreat less than a week away now from the world title defense of Mox.
How's that for respect? Moxley 1 week from tonight, but still to come, the Dynamite return of Kenny Omega.
The first ever women's casino gauntlet for my AEW Women's World Championship. Ladies, let's make history by dancing for me like the marionettes you are before I cut your strings and burn you alive.
Yes! Excellent!
Harley, we're rolling.
I know! You see, I was just so moved. And look, I know you've got a lot on your plate, but why don't we give them an appetizer this Saturday on Collision?
Harley, you're not getting a world title shot.
Hey, that's fine. Non-title. Just you and me and Hot Girl Graps. Because, I mean, you know, we're both attractive. Sometimes.
You know, it's not a bad idea. Hot Girl Graps. And then I'll rip your head off.
And then you'll feel the wrath.
What?
And then you'll feel the wrath.
I have no idea what you're saying.
Feel the wrath!
Well, be careful what you wish for, Harley Cameron.
This is a three-way match to determine the first entrant in the Women's Casino Gauntlet. Next week, introducing first from Gold Coast, Australia, Toni Storm.
Well, Ian Riccaboni, Toni Storm may have forgotten the past 3 years of her life, but it's not lost on her how important that #1 entry in the Casino Gauntlet match can be.
It certainly isn't. Toni Storm looking to climb back into the title ranks, whether she remembers being a champion or not.
From Long Island, New York, Chris Statlander.
Of course, timeless Toni Storm, three-time former, Toni Storm, it's Toni time. Three-time former AEW Women's World Champion, Chris Statlander, former TBS champion, as is the third woman in this match. We heard from Chris Statlander, very revealing sit-down with Renee Paquette about how she plans to use 2025 to make amends. Easier said than done when you're going to be sharing the ring with one of the people that you wronged in the year past.
Oh, yeah!
Also from Long Island, New York, Willow Nightingale.
Oh, yeah! And I'm just moving my shoulders.
Oh, no.
Here we go.
Freestyle. You can do it.
We're in Tennessee, ain't no volunteers. We're all excited because Willow's here. I see the smile on Excalibur's face. Willow's gonna romp all over this place. That was a legit freestyle tonight. Live for the simulcast. I saved it for this huge moment. What just happened? The #1 entry in the Women's Casino Gauntlet. Waistlock there. You can tell the people written down there.
Oh, shoulder tackle by Statlander, and now Willow Nightingale. The roll up here, the first pinfall attempt. Nope. Toni Storm now. Pinfall attempt. Statlander rolls Toni Storm back.
And what I think is an interesting advantage here for Toni Storm is that she may not recall the friendship and then rivalry and the breaking apart between Willow and Chris Statlander. Oh, she might not pay that enough attention, or she might pay it a whole lot of attention. It's a wild card in this situation.
Who knows what's going on in the mind of Toni Storm?
Yeah, shoulder tackle there by Willow Nightingale, dropping Toni Storm down to the mat. And there you see at the bottom of your screen the Casino Gauntlet match taking place next week at Maximum Carnage for a shot at the AEW Women's World Championship at Grand Slam Australia, coming up February 15th, AEWTIX.com. What a spine buster by Willow Nightingale.
Yeah, the babe with the power. Great showing it in her Tokyo Dome debut. Whoa, goodness.
That's right, this past Sunday, Willow competing in Japan. Now the cover. Very nearly the #1 entry.
I love it here. The ladies trying to end it quick here.
Talk about international travel, of course. The winner of that Casino Gauntlet will go on to AEW Grand Slam Australia February 15th. Tickets on sale now when AEW heads down under.
Just a little over a month away, boys.
As the side headlock sending off Willow Nightingale into the ropes. Willow coming back to the shoulder tackle. As Toni Storm sent to the floor. Toni Storm since her return after losing that AEW Women's World Championship at All in London. A perfect record, 5-0, looking to keep the streak alive here tonight, but easier said than done against two former TBS champions, Daddy Magic.
Two of the best, no doubt. To the floor, Toni Storm now.
Well, and forgiveness and atonement sometimes comes with a little sisterly love here as Willow and Chris Statlander.
And fans, you heard the challenge thrown out. It is official for Collision this Saturday night. Harley Cameron, Mariah May, one-on-one, plus the Rated R superstar Cope faces Big Bill one-on-one this Saturday night at Collision at Dax Harwood. Chris Jericho, the Learning Tree, this Saturday night live on TNT and streaming on Max as Toni Storm getting the upper hand.
And she has Chris Statlander isolated there. I'm looking forward to Dax and Chris Jericho. Sunset flip. Those two had a great exchange.
Hold on, boys.
Uh-oh.
Boys! Oh, jeez!
Oh, no.
Ow. You kidding me?
Willow Nightingale. Oh, my goodness. The action continues on Max, and TBS don't go anywhere.
Right between the uprights. In the NFL, they call that a doink.
We're having a good time here. Wednesday night, boys.
Look at that, the chin lock now. Willow Nightingale has the advantage, and how can you not after using your opponent's body to deliver a shot like that?
Kenny Omega, boys, coming up later tonight.
Wow, Clarksville has been amazing. I can't even imagine. They've been on fire all night when Kenny Omega hits the scene later here.
Now Chris Statlander back into the mix.
Chris.
Side headlock, snapmare takes down Toni Storm. And
she's going to put the squeeze on here.
And you were talking football just a moment ago. I want to give a shout out to Raul Jimenez from Fulham.
Absolutely.
Eclipsing Chicharito's record, the top Mexican-born scorer in the English Premier League. Congratulations to Jimenez.
My man, Harry Wilson.
Ian, I'm just trying to do a reset here still.
This is
okay, here we go.
No, it's helping after
Triple
that.
decker.
Yes. A series of chin locks here. The stakes couldn't be higher, and just because we didn't see it in the men's match doesn't mean, in the women's version of the Casino Gauntlet, that #1 spot won't come into play.
Well, like we saw, when you're the #1, when you're the #2, you got to have a sense of urgency. You got to get to it.
It seemed like the animosity between Hangman Adam Page and Switchblade Jay White led to them. Toni Storm just snapmares for both of her opponents, but not a lot of urgency out of Hangman and Switchblade earlier.
That's for sure. This Toni Storm got a real whack job.
Well, she's seeking and getting the crowd approval here. This crowd loves this rookie.
I mean, is she a young upstart? Like in her mind?
In her mind, she is, I believe.
Is there a diagnosis?
I believe was trying to plead with Toni Storm, and now look at this. Toni Storm's whipping.
She might have Maromania. That's Maraphrenia?
She came up to me earlier this afternoon. She asked me, do I get my trans money before or after the show?
Lucky she didn't give you a snapmare.
Wow, she's to learn this at a highly accredited wrestling school. She keeps going back to it here. Oh, double mare! Yeah, got Tone! Wow, all right.
Toni Storm, three-time former AEW Women's World Champion, whether she realizes it or not, with the upper hand.
They're loving it in Clarksville.
As Storm returns Willow Nightingale to the ring.
Statlander trying to find her way back in as well.
Yeah, Daddy Magic, you can speak from experience, so can I. Those snapmares, especially repeated snapmares, very disorienting.
I mean, you get dizzy. No question about it.
That's what I meant by disorienting.
You get up, you get down, you get up, you get down.
Well, no, but Tony Storm's throwing her down.
It's like that NSYNC song, gotta get up to get down.
Gotta get up to get down.
Oh, goodness.
Ian, please, we were having a conversation.
Thank you.
As Willow delivers the forearm here. Trying to get these sea legs out in the strike exchange here.
Who will earn the #1 spot in the first ever Women's Casino Gauntlet match 1 week from tonight? We are in the midst of finding out. Toni Storm, 3-time former AEW Women's World Champion, whether she realizes it or not, with an advantage over Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale. Well, commentator's curse coming into effect.
Absolutely, Willow. And these two were teammates. They were like sisters.
There were two people who traveled together, Ian. They came up the roads. They came up through the same system. And Statlander, she's been trying to make amends, but
her life basically fell apart, guys.
Yeah, when Chris Statlander lost that TBS championship, in her own words, Daddy Magic.
Well, those titles will certainly do something to you. The madness of being a champion. Speaking of being a champion, of course, later here tonight, looming large. Oh, I'm being told following this great bout, the return. Oh, goodness. Of the former AEW World Champion, Kenny Omega, in the house. We do have confirmation he has arrived here tonight.
That's coming up next.
That is, I can tell you with great certainty, that is following this great bout.
Well, right now, referee Aubrey Edwards checking on all three competitors. This battle to determine who will earn that #1 spot in the Casino Gauntlet match next Wednesday night. Dynamite Maximum Carnage live on TBS and streaming on Max. Chris Statlander. Drop kick unloading on Toni Storm.
Stat looking good here.
Oh, the pounce!
Wow.
Period! How about that?
Uh-oh!
Willow looking to finish now.
Toni Storm kicks the legs, breaks free of the fireman's carry.
Dropping that base down.
And Willow reversing. Inadvertent hip attack in the corner. Now Willow, perhaps with the opportunity, she was denied.
Look out!
This past Sunday at the International Women's Cup.
It's the cannonball in the corner with Toni Storm. Oh!
Left at her.
Valley driver. Willow the cover to Vito.
Woo! How about that? Wow. And you can tell just how much that #1 spot means. The #1 spot could turn into a shot in Australia, AEW's debut. Maybe looking for the babe with the powerbomb here.
Nope, Toni Storm breaks free, jawbreaker. Willow staggered. Chris Statlander in from behind.
Got her up now.
Statlander.
Power of Statlander.
A German suplex. One of the trademarks of Toni Storm. Oh, the high boot. One of the trademarks of Willow. Rolling lariat, though. Willow, as soon as she turned the corner, had the lariat coming in hot, and now Statlander looking for an O'Connor roll.
This match starting to break down here. Someone's got to make a mistake.
As Willow with the waist lock on Statlander. Statlander with the waist lock on Toni Storm. Willow connects a double German suplex.
This feels like Willow's match right now. It's hers to lose.
Maximizing her moves. Hitting a number of moves on both opponents.
And Willow. Now, oh, wait a second.
There's the cradle.
Cradle. Reverse. Statlander pushes the pile, breaks up the pinning predicament.
This match is so hard to win, so hard to isolate your opponents.
Gut wrench. Babe with the powerbomb blocked.
Nope, reversal again. As both women jockeying for position.
Oh, Willow to the outside.
Willow cracks on the floor. Statlander.
This is it now.
As Toni Storm holds the Wednesday Night Fever.
Oh! Here is your winner, Chris Statlander.
The 3 count leading to the #1 seed in the first ever Women's Casino Gauntlet match next Wednesday night.
This is huge. Huge for Chris Statlander.
The winner of that match will challenge Mariah May at Grand Slam Australia this February. But fans, coming up next, the return of Kenny the Cleaner Omega.
Tony, an unfortunate loss out there tonight, but a lot of people were really surprised that you didn't win.
I'm not surprised. I gave it my best, but clearly I'm just not ready. But it was really an honor to be out there with Willow and Chris Statlander. You know, she deserves it. And next week, the Casino Gauntlet, the women, they're going to be amazing. But for me, I'm just not ready. But I'm going to keep working hard. And I guess it can't be Tony time all the time. I'm sorry. Sorry, Renee.
Okay.
Wow, heartbroken Tony Storm after the results of that match for the #1 spot in the Casino Gauntlet match.
You guys ready?
13 months in the making.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, Kenny
A fitting reception for one of the foundational members of All Elite Wrestling, a man who turned the sport of professional wrestling on its head, brought it to new heights, and then suffering a life-threatening illness through which he persevered.
In his own statement about his medical release, Kenny Omega informed the world that 2 feet of his digestive system had to be removed due to complications with diverticulitis. Weeks and months spent hospitalized, rehabilitating. And then the return, the confrontation with Okada. And then the return in New Japan tonight, the first time in Dynamite.
Yes,
wow, Kenny Omega is back.
Cause for celebration. How about it, Kenny Omega? Feels good, boys.
Oh. Truly a feel-good moment in the world of professional wrestling.
The man who set out to change the world.
This isn't making it any more easy, guys. But thank you.
Isn't that the truth?
It's hard not to get emotional here. Maybe the greatest of all time.
It was a little over a year ago. I checked myself into a hospital and I was given the bad news that I had something called diverticulitis. And for those who don't know what that is, well, it took 2 feet of my intestines from me. And if I hadn't checked myself in when I did, the doctor had told me, Kenny, you'd have been dead. So for the past year, it's been this roller coaster ride. Upon a successful surgery, of course, I had 2 questions. Number 1, Doc, how long is recovery gonna be? And number 2, when is it that I can get back in a ring? And the doctor told me, he said, Kenny, you'd be lucky if you could return to a normal way of life, let alone return to the ring, let alone return to the Kenny Omega that you used to be. So, being a professional wrestler and doing what we do, of course, you push things a little too hard. I ended up being in the hospital 4 more times for a period of 4 more weeks at a time. And I had to really ask myself, is this even worth it? Can I even do it? And I can't lie, there was a moment in time when I felt like maybe giving up was the safest option. And once I considered that option, I realized, what purpose do I even have? What purpose do I even have on this planet if I don't have you people with me? A few days ago, I tested that theory. And I found my purpose in Tokyo, Japan, just like I found my purpose here tonight. And that is, if I'm not in this ring in front of you people every single week, giving you everything that I have, then I'm just not living. If I'm not showing you guys that Kenny Omega can be the best, that he can be the god of professional wrestling, then I am not living. So even though I might not be the same guy, even though I can't do the things that I used to be able to do, this new version of Kenny Omega, the one that isn't concerned about money, the one that isn't concerned about power, the one that isn't concerned about revenge, this version of Kenny Omega can still prove that he is the...
Well, Kenny may have an opportunity to test those words right now as Don Callis, the man who quite literally stabbed Kenny Omega in the back. And you see Omega, his head's on a swivel. He knows the Don Callis playbook as well as anybody, and the attack could be coming from anywhere.
It certainly could, and this is like a thunderstorm at a wedding right now.
I don't know why I'm surprised.
Well, look who's back from the dead.
Get him! Oh, get him, Kenny Omega! Get him, Kenny! Yeah! Oh, look at this! Been waiting months and weeks on all the Don Callis. Oh, goodness!
Archer and Cage and the Don Callis family, but Omega getting those shots. He's maybe the first person I've ever seen to get his hands on Don Callis quite like that.
Monster Machine taking the cleaner apart, and it's Brian Cage.
Cage and Archer doing Don Callis' dirty work here tonight, of course.
The Machine just dragging the carcass of Omega, who did not come expecting to fight, but he's trying to fight his way. He's ready to go.
Now look at this 2-on-1, but Omega undaunted.
Right, Kenny!
And into the fray comes Kyle Fletcher.
Oh, come on.
Fletcher. A right hand.
That's 3 men on 1 now.
We should be shocked. We should be disappointed. But this is unfortunately expected behavior. Cowardly. No, not this bit. No. Oh, no. Right in the abdomen, the Machine, Brian Cage, delivered a shot that could hospitalize Omega.
The body blow from Brian Cage. Omega in dire straits here.
We saw Cage won $100,000. Oh, collision going for the jackpot here, but wait.
In comes Ospreay. Jared Head.
Look out for Will Ospreay here, guys.
Levels Archer. Swinging for the fences of Kyle Fletcher.
Attaboy. Get him out of here.
Another man that was betrayed by Don Callis in Will Ospreay, perhaps finding common cause with Kenny Omega, but will these two men ever be able to bury the hatchet? Oh, wait. A tense standoff, so much history between these two men. Where do things stand between Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay? Two men wronged by Don Callis. Will that be the force that binds them together, or will it drive them apart even further?
Well, that is a question I cannot wait to find out the answer to. Just fired me up right here. And look at Will Ospreay.
Well, fans, thank you for joining us tonight on Dynamite. Next Wednesday night, Dynamite Maximum Carnage, the AEW World Championship match. Jon Moxley, the champion. Powerhouse Hobbs, the challenger. The grudge match finally goes down next Wednesday night in Cincinnati. Christian Cage, the cold-hearted devil. One-on-one Hook and Christian next Wednesday night.
The Women's Casino Gauntlet next week as well. We saw Chris Statlander win the #1 spot. The winner goes on to Australia, getting a world title shot at Grand Slam.
And fans, you're not going to believe this. Tony Khan has just made it official. Kenny Omega returns to the ring next Wednesday night at Dynamite to take on the Machine, Brian Cage.
Are you kidding me?
Cage landing that toxic body shot on Kenny Omega. Omega only has to wait 7 days to get his hand on the Machine.
It's going to be incredible. Kenny Omega said he's not out for revenge, not out for money, but he may be out for vengeance next week when he goes one-on-one with the Machine.
Well, Kenny Omega returning to Dynamite, maybe not quite how he wanted. But Ian, Daddy Magic, it feels good to have Kenny Omega back home, back in all Elite Wrestling.
Reunited, and it feels so good. The cleaner has come home.
Welcome back, Kenny. We missed you.
Fans, thank you very much for joining us tonight on Dynamite. For myself, Excalibur, for Ian Riccaboni, for Daddy Magic, Matt Menard. We will see you Saturday night on Collision TNT and Max.